Bueno, muy buenos días a todas las personas que se van conectando a esta sesión informativa. Como ya lo saben, vamos a estar con la Universidad de Vrije en Ámsterdam y vamos a estar específicamente con Silvia, su representante, quien nos va a contar información de utilidad sobre la oferta académica, proceso de admisión, requisitos, toda esa información que va a ser útil para ustedes iniciando este proceso de postulación a las universidades de su interés. Así que en este caso, la invitación es que ustedes tengan en cuenta toda la información que nos van a mostrar el día de hoy y que si tienen preguntas, si tienen dudas, pueden aprovechar este espacio, escribirlas en la cajita de Q&A y al final de la sesión vamos a responder cada una de esas inquietudes. Cabe mencionar que vamos a hacer una presentación inglés-español, entonces la idea es que ustedes pueden sentirse tranquilos de hacer sus preguntas en cualquiera de los dos idiomas. Sin embargo, queremos ser, digámoslo así, muy reiterativas con el hecho que recuerden que es importante tener un buen manejo del inglés si ustedes tienen su sueño de estudiar en el exterior. Así que la invitación, háganlo en los dos idiomas, pero tengan en cuenta que es importante que también hagan el ejercicio con el idioma inglés. Y con eso ya dicho, voy a hacer un poco una información adicional y es comentarles, si ustedes no lo saben, que tenemos un convenio, en este caso con la universidad, desde Colfuturo, que les puede brindar un descuento del 30% en el valor de la matrícula para todas las personas que sean seleccionadas por parte de nosotros. Así que si a alguno le interesa participar por este descuento, lo que puede hacer es postularse a la convocatoria del programa Crédito Beca, que va a empezar el próximo año, específicamente el 9 de enero, y terminará el 29 de febrero del mismo año. Así que si quieren obtener este descuento, postúlense con alguno de los programas de esta universidad y si son seleccionados por parte de Colfuturo, nosotros vamos a enviar esos nombres a la universidad y directamente les otorgarán este descuento del 30%. Así que esta es una información para que ustedes tengan en cuenta con lo que más adelante Silvia nos va a comentar. Y ya sin más introducción, le doy la palabra a Silvia para que inicie con su presentación. Sin embargo, recuerden, todas las preguntas, todas las dudas, escríbanlas en la cajita de Q&A. Muchas gracias, Silvia, por estar el día de hoy aquí y puedes iniciar.
Bueno, muchas gracias, Lili. Muy buenos días a todos. Como Lady nos contó, la presentación va a ser en inglés, pero los slides están en español. Como pueden escuchar, también hablo español, pero uno de los requisitos es un nivel de inglés alto. Por eso voy a explicar todo en inglés, también para que se acostumbren un poquito el idioma, practicarlo también. Y bueno, como Lady nos dijo, pueden preguntar todo en español o inglés, como quieran, todo está bien. Eh, Primero los invito a ver un video sobre la universidad para tener una imagen de aquí, de Ámsterdam, de los estudiantes. ¿Qué onda? Yeah, I know, right? It's been a while. I can't believe I've been here for a full semester already. Es un poco difícil porque hay que escribir varios ensayos, pero los maestros, la neta, son súper buena onda. Non, c'est fou, il y a tellement de choses à faire, je suis plutôt en option. You know what they say, work hard, play hard. Te extraño un montón y espero que me puedas visitar pronto. the video, I'm going to switch to English now. And I'm going to share some PowerPoint slides with you, which will make it a bit easier also to follow everything. There. Okay. Yeah. Well, you are online today because you are interested in studying abroad, and you are interested in the Netherlands and in Amsterdam, which I assume. And maybe you are just orienting, maybe you already know exactly which program you are interested in. And what I always advise is I think the motivation starts with what you really want to study. And then, of course, in which location, which country, which city. And I hope this presentation is going to help you making your decision. And please feel free to ask everything you need. There are no stupid questions. You can just ask me anything you like, and I'm going to help you with that. A little bit about me. So, well, you can see here some pictures of me in Brazil, but also in Colombia. So I'm working for the university at the international office, almost 7 years now. And I started my job in Colombia, actually, in Bogota. So I lived there for 3 years. That's why I speak Spanish. And I needed more time to speak the level I'm now, but most of it I learned in Bogota, in Colombia, traveling around, living there. And well, out of my own experience, I can recommend you to move abroad, to study abroad. It's an amazing experience. It's very exciting, and you will learn a lot. You will grow a lot as a person. You will learn a lot about yourself. It's not always going to be easy. It will be difficult sometimes. And therefore, I'm also helping the Latin American community at the university. I can explain that a bit more later on. But here you can see me at the fair promoting the university. I have like my VU bike, and the other picture is at the residence with the ambassador, where we were organizing an alumni dinner. So yeah, if you are going to study at VU Amsterdam, you will see me more often, not only right now, but also when you arrive. While studying, I organize a couple of times, especially in the beginning, I organize a training, and it's about how to integrate in the Netherlands and how to have a soft landing, so you feel more or easier and sooner at home. So I help you with the cultural differences, with the culture shock. And then we always do a drink afterwards, so you can get to know your fellow Latin American students. And that's always an amazing training and event, and people, are very excited always, and they actually make friends there. And then in during the year, I also organize 2 Latin events where we also gather with the community, and then we do karaoke and a barbecue, or things you actually like. So I will always ask you what you need, and then I will try to organize it. And then afterwards, when you graduate, you will maybe see me back again in Bogota for an alumni dinner. But that will be later on, because first, you need to apply, and I'm going to explain today how it works, what are the deadlines. But first, a bit about Amsterdam. Maybe you have been there. I don't know if I can ask it, but maybe if you like, you can share it in the chat, and the Q&A are for the questions. Who of you have been in the Netherlands or Amsterdam even, and how did you like it? Of course, here you see a picture of Amsterdam with beautiful weather and sun. We of course use beautiful pictures with beautiful weather, but it's not always that amazing. That is something you should know and be prepared of. because we have 4 seasons here. So it also gets cold in winter and very dark and gray, which is very often a difficult time for Latin American students. But part of it and also beautiful. And maybe for the first time in your life, you're going to see snow, or you can ice skate on the canal, for example, which is beautiful to do. At the moment, and the weather is amazing. It's 29 degrees and very sunny, which almost never happens in the first week of September. So everyone is outside in the parks. Amsterdam has many parks. It's quite green, the city. We are closely located to the beach as well. So it's like 20 minutes by train and you are at the beach. And besides that, yeah, the city has a lot to offer. So whatever you like or you are interested in, you can find it here. We are quite a multicultural city, so you can eat food from all over the world, Indonesian food, Indian food, of course, also Colombian food. There are some nice restaurants where they actually sell bandeja paisa and lulo guanábana, jugo guanábana or jugo de lulo, that kind of things. So yeah, that is how Amsterdam is. And what is great is that we all speak English. Everyone in the Netherlands speaks English and the level is quite good. So yeah, you can talk to anyone everywhere in English if you like. And what is also a plus is that the city is very safe. As you can see here, we are the 6th safest city in the world and the 2nd in Europe. And well, I know how it is to live in Bogota, to be in Colombia. It's not always safe, as we know. And here in Amsterdam, it is absolutely safe. So I can bike around in the middle of the night at 4 a.m. And nothing will happen to me. It is absolutely fine. So you can go by bike everywhere. We do everything by bike. So all the distances we talk about is in bike distance. There are like traffic jams of bikes. We have in Amsterdam more bikes than people because a lot of people have more than one bike. I have myself 3 bikes. So yeah, it is just very beautiful, nice city to live in, to walk around and to wander around. Well, a little bit about the education system in the Netherlands. We have 2 different options when it concerns universities. So you can choose either for an applied science university or for a research university. We are a research university, and it means that the bachelor and master programs, they are more research orientated, and that we do a lot of research, that we have a lot of PhDs and everything above. And the good news is that 8 of the 13 research universities are ranked among the best universities in the world, among the best 200 universities in the world. So no matter which university you are going to choose, they are all highly ranked, and the quality of education is pretty high. So you will get a good value for the money you will pay. I will also share with you the tuition fee costs, and they are quite reasonable, especially when you compare them to the UK or to the United States or even Canada. And let me see. Yeah, and something important to know, you don't need to speak any Dutch. So you can easily study with us for 2 years, not speaking a single word of Dutch, and you will be totally fine. We do everything in English. If you are planning to stay in the Netherlands and you want to build a life here, finding a job, I always recommend to learn Dutch because, yeah, we all speak English, but Dutch is our language, is our mother tongue, and it will open many doors for you if you like to stay. But if not, it's not necessary to learn. Here, I like to share with you the rankings. These are the most important ones where you can see how high we are ranked. If you'd like to know more about the faculty or the program itself, you can also look it up online. But these are the rankings in general for our university. Maybe something nice to say. Our name is impossible to pronounce. So I always use VU Amsterdam or VU Amsterdam because it's a Dutch name. But if you like to pronounce it well, it's as follows. It's Vrije Universiteit Amsterdam. Or you can just say Vrije. So the I and the J, they are pronounced like I. So it's Vrije Universiteit Amsterdam. So a little bit about the history of Vrije Universiteit Amsterdam. We were founded in 1880, so that is like 143 years ago. And it all started in this building, but nowadays the university looks completely different. We moved to another location, which is called the business district of the Netherlands. So we are in the south of the city and next to the business district, most important one of the Netherlands, where you will find a lot of businesses and companies which we work together. We work together with them. So if you want to do an internship, for example, we can help you connecting to the companies. And what is important is that, well, the word vrije, so in the name, it means free. So vrije in English is free, libre. And this doesn't mean that you can study with us for free, but it means that we are free from church and state and that we welcome everyone. So everyone is welcome to study with us, no matter your background, your race, your religion, everyone is welcome. And this is something I truly love about our university, because you will see people from everywhere. And also among the Dutch community and the Dutch students, they are not only, let's say, white, blonde, tall people, but you will see the real Dutch people, because we are quite mixed and not just blonde and tall. So yeah, that is it makes a very interesting place to be. So some facts about who we are and how many people study with us. We have like 30,000 students in total and almost 5,000 international students and 180 nationalities. So what I just said is true. It's about how many people are walking around from different backgrounds. So if you are going to study with us, it's very likely that in your classroom, in your working groups, you will be studying with people from all over the world, actually. Also, if you are going to use our housing service, you will maybe live in a place with roomies, and then it's very likely your roomies will be from Italy, India, China, maybe Mexico, Germany. Like, people are from everywhere. And we offer like 170 programs, all taught in English. So we actually have more programs in English than in Dutch. And yeah, we have bachelor and master programs. What is important to mention, the bachelor programs only take 3 years here, and the master programs 1 or 2 years. So yeah, you can do a bachelor's here and a master's as well, and you can graduate within 4 years. And well, what do we offer? We offer almost everything except from very technical bachelor or master programs. So what I mean is we, for example, don't offer civil engineering or mechanical engineering, those kind of things. We don't have architecture. Unfortunately, we don't have medicine in English. We do have specializations in English that connect to medicine. Dentistry, we also don't offer in English. But for the rest, we almost have it all. So here you can see all the faculties. We have law, humanities, religion, economics and business. So yeah, on the website, you can find all the programs or just Google it. That's the easiest. So Google, I don't know, business administration, VU Amsterdam, and it will pop up. And also on the website, you can find a lot of information about the requirements, about the application process, the visa, everything is there. So I welcome you to visit the website as well if you didn't visit it yet. Okay, so what do you need to apply? So here I have the requirements for masters because the agreement we have with Col Futuro is for master programs and for PhDs. So we mainly talk about master programs because, yeah, you are here through Col Futuro, so that makes more sense. One of the most important things you need to apply is a relevant bachelor diploma, and relevant means relevant for the masters you want to do. So let me give you an example. If you want to study computer science, but you only have a bachelor in economics, it's not relevant. So you won't get accepted. So you need to have the knowledge. To do a master, you need enough knowledge about the subjects and everything that we will work on and teach to deepen your knowledge. Therefore, you need the bachelor that's relevant. Besides that, well, very clear, I think, is the requirement of the English exam. And the good thing here, the good news, pay attention, is that the deadline is the 1st of June, 2024. So you have almost 1 year to improve your English, to work on it, to do the IELTS or the TOEFL. Maybe you need to do it twice. So other deadlines are way earlier, but the TOEFL and IELTS, we also use Cambridge. The deadline is the 1st of June. And then you see also other important deadlines. And I'm going to explain a bit more clear how the process is. And I will use the deadlines. But before that, I'd like to distinguish the documents you need. So please go to the website, fill in the program you're looking for, and go to the admission and requirements. And there you can exactly see what we ask from you. And it's mainly, well, of course, your diploma, and you have to apostille the diploma. You have to also translate it by official translator. So that means that, well, your diploma is very likely in Spanish. So that means that you need to translate it by an official translator. And then after you need to apostille, I don't even know the word in English, legalize, I think. We also need a copy of your passport, your resume, sometimes a motivation, or of course a motivation letter, and sometimes we need letters from like recommendation letters, but you can find it all per program. You can find it on the website. People very often they ask, oh, do I need GMAT or anything like that? We almost never ask for that. So don't worry about that one. Yeah, so let's go to the application process and how it actually works, where it starts, and the deadlines. So, well, you are here today, so you are looking for maybe a scholarship and you are interested in applying for Col Futuro. So what I recommend is to start your application as soon as possible. And that means work on your documents like right now in September and apply in the first week of October of this year, right? If you want to start September 2024. And why is it so early? It's because there is a housing crisis in the Netherlands, and we have a housing service, but we work with a policy that's called first paid, first served. So the person who pays first will get into the list on a higher ranking. So this means that the earlier you apply and the earlier you are accepted, you can use our housing service. And I recommend all of you to use it because it is quite difficult or not, it's not impossible, but very, very difficult to find a house here. And also expensive. So let me give you an example. You're gonna use our housing service that costs 500 euros. You don't get the money back. It costs 500 euros and it sounds like a lot of money, but it's absolutely worth it. Vale la pena, 100%. So if you pay the service and you get in our rankings, you can get one of our places to live, and they are always cheaper than if you're going to look for a place yourself. So the rent start at 400 euros per month up to 900 euros per month. If you are decide to look for yourself, then it is very unlikely you will find a place so cheap. Like even a tiny room of 10 square meters costs 800 euros here. If you want to live in a room that's just a little bit bigger, it costs at least 1,000 euros per month. And then if you like to live by yourself or in the studio, it's gonna cost 1,400 euros up to, or even more. What I would like to say is please start your application as soon as possible. It opens the 1st of October, so that's in 3 weeks already. And it all starts here, you can see, on Study Link. So first you go to Study Link. There you make a profile and profile. And then you go to the dashboard of VU Amsterdam. So there are two different things. Study Link is for the Netherlands worldwide, and the VU dashboard is for us. And in the dashboard, you're going to upload all your documents, and you pay 100 euros application fee. This is the process and how it works. And then we need 1 to 6 weeks to give you an answer on your application, and we will either accept you or not. And then when you are accepted, the dashboard will open for the housing service and also for the scholarship. Okay, here I like to share with you the tuition fees. And well, they are all in between 15,000 and 18,000 euros per year. This is per year. If you have a European passport, it's cheaper. Then it's the first one, but most of you don't. So then it's in between 15 and 18K per year. I always get questions about the scholarships, and well, the most important one I like to explain is the scholarship of the university itself. It's called VU Fellowship Program, and it's a tuition fee waiver. So it means that it covers the tuition fee. So you don't pay any tuition fee, so it can save you up to 18,000 euros per year. And what is very important is the GPA. So the GPA of your bachelor has to be quite high, in between 4.5 and 5. And you need to be very motivated, because this scholarship is for highly motivated students. So in the dashboard, when you are accepted, the possibility to apply for the scholarship will pop up, and there we ask you several questions to explain us why you want to win this scholarship and why you deserve it. So yeah, that is important to us. And the deadline is the 1st of February. So let's say you start to apply in October, and then in November you are accepted, then you have till the 1st of February to fill in your motivation for the scholarship. That's how it works. And then there are some other ones. Holland Scholarship Program, that's actually a scholarship for everyone, and it's or 5,000 or 10,000 per year, depends on the program. And yeah, I would recommend you to always apply for that one, because you don't need a high GPA or motivation, you can just click on it. So yeah, why not? And yeah, Lady just explained us as well. We have an agreement together. We are working together for, I think, like 9 years now, very happily about this collaboration. And every year we have around 6 to 8 Colombian students coming to Amsterdam with Colfuturo. So they actually get the scholarship. And the good news is that you get 30% discount on the tuition fee. So let's say your tuition fee is 16,000 euros, then yeah, you get a pretty high discount, like 4,000 or 5,000 euros on the tuition fee. Maybe some of you are also interested in PhDs, then there's the possibility to get 2 years of funding for that, but that's a different topic. And today I focus on the masters. Yeah, what does it cost, the life in Amsterdam? It depends. It depends most of all on the rent you pay. So where are you going to live and what does it cost? And then besides that, of course, on your lifestyle. If you like to go for dinners once a week or maybe more, then it's going to be quite expensive, quite a lot of money. But if you are going to live like a student, it can be way lower. So we say in between 1,000 and 1,700 euros per month. And then you can see, yeah, the expenses here and what things cost per month, more or less, to give you an idea. Well, this one is about our housing service, and I already explained it a bit, of course. And like I said, I really recommend you to use it. And well, first paid, first served. So if you pay this fee in April or May, it's very unlikely you will get a room from our service. But if you pay at the end, yeah, let's say at the end of this year, beginning of next year, the chances are way higher, and the rents are way lower as well. So this is really worth it. Yeah, we are located in different places in the city, and they are all not too far from the university. The first one, this one, it's called Uilenstede, is the closest. You see a picture here as well, or yeah, it's more an animation. And it's like it's the biggest student housing campus in Europe. It's a lot of fun. There is a gym. There are some restaurants. There are ping pong tables. There is like a lot of green, a lot of parties as well. So a lot of things to do, and only 10 minutes biking from the university. Well, we also help you with your visa process. So what we do with me and all my colleagues at the international office, we like to help you with all the steps and all the preparations needed. And we also help you with your visa. If you have, well, if you get, for example, the scholarship from Colfuturo, then you will get your visa. And also if you can show your financial means, you will also get it. Like the visa process is not difficult, and as long as you are accepted to the university and you have your finances ready, it will be accepted. The thing is, you send these documents to us, and then we take care of the rest. So you don't have to be stressed or anything about the visa process. We take care of that for you. Also, what we offer is, well, the well-being for our students. So studying in Amsterdam is amazing and it's exciting, but it can also be difficult sometimes. So then we have student psychologists, for example. We have next to the international office, we have a student well-being point where you can just walk in or chat and share your concerns or whatever you need. And we also organizing a student well-being week that's in November, where we offer all kinds of things to help you with your well-being and your health. So yeah, we really want to be there for you. This can be nice. On the website, you can chat with our student and alumni ambassadors. And the student ambassadors are current students who are actually studying at the moment at the university. The alumni, they graduated, of course, and you can chat with them. So you can ask them whatever you like, and you can select by country. So you will see there are 4 Colombians at the moment you can talk to. And then you can also search by program if you want to know more about the program you're interested in. So yeah, I recommend you to talk to them. Feel free to ask them anything because they know how it is to live here and to study here. And this is the last slide with my email address. Well, I'm your contact person. So if you need anything, if you have a doubt, if you have a question, if you need help, please write me an email. You can write me in Spanish. I will write you back in Spanish. There's absolutely no problem. And also the website, of course, and the other link, the campus tour, is a nice one because yeah, you are actually at the university and there are all different like photos and videos and explanations. So if you want to get an impression of how everything looks like, yeah, visit the campus tour, please. And well, thanks for listening and thanks for your interest in studying with us. Let's see what your questions are.
Yeah. Yes, so thank you for all the information. We have a lot of questions from social media, and we have 5 questions from this Zoom meeting. So I'm going to start with the questions from this meeting. Those are in Spanish, so I'm going to switch to Spanish.
Yes.
Camila nos pregunta, hola, he escuchado por conocidos que es importante tener un nivel básico intermedio de neerlandés para conseguir un trabajo después del posgrado. ¿Qué podrías decirnos sobre esto?
Yeah. Shall I answer in English or in Spanish?
It's up to you. Como te
Okay.
sientas más cómoda.
I will just continue in English. It's true. I explained it shortly. I always recommend to learn Dutch if you want to stay. If after graduating you like to find a job, it will help and it will open doors and it will higher the chances of finding a job. So what I would do, we also have a language center at the university. So we do offer Dutch classes as well. But there are also many nice schools in the city everywhere, actually, or even online, of course. So yeah, I would definitely take some classes if you want to look for a job here.
Vamos con Cristian. Él nos pregunta, buenos días, he escuchado que la educación en Países Bajos es más económica en comparación con otros países. ¿Esto es cierto? ¿El costo de vida es bajo? ¿Nos podrías dar un estimado del costo de vida y costo de programas?
Yeah, so let me go back to going back to the slide of the, where is it? I think it's here, la matrícula. So here you can find the costs of the programs. And I think if you compare this to the States or to England, to the UK, I think it's at least three times more in England or in the States. So yeah, it's only 15 to 16, 18,000 euros per year. So that is, I think, way less. But living in the Netherlands is not necessarily cheaper, but it really depends on your lifestyle. So here you can see more or less what things cost, and you need in between 1,000 and 1,700 euros per month. And that depends on your lifestyle and the rent you are going to pay. So here you can see like what things cost. But to be safe, I would say, okay, calculate for the tuition fee 16,000 euros, and then for your monthly cost 1,500, and then you're okay. That will be fine. So it's like, yeah, the tuition fee is lower, and living costs are, of course, way more than in Colombia. But yeah, it all depends how you compare, because this is quite cheap if you compare to London, for example, or maybe even to cities in the United States.
Thank you. We're going to go with Christian. Su pregunta es, si aún no tengo el requisito de idioma, ¿me podría postular a sus programas?
I don't understand. About the language?
Sí, si en este momento no tiene el certificado de idioma,
Yeah,
¿se podría postular o no lo puede hacer?
yeah. So if you don't have if you don't have the IELTS or the TOEFL yet, you can apply, and I recommend all of you to apply in the first week of October, or at least in October. And then the exam, you have way more time. So the deadline for the exam is the 1st of June. So this means you can start your application in October this year, and then next year, before the 1st of June, that's the deadline for sending the English exam.
Y voy un poco a enlazar esta pregunta con una que tenemos por redes sociales, y es si en este caso podrían tener una carta de admisión condicionada al idioma, o si solo reciben la carta de admisión final cuando ya tengan el requisito de idioma.
Yes. So let's say you apply in October or November. In the system, you will be conditionally accepted. And then by sending before June the IELTS or TOEFL, it will turn into accepted unconditionally. But sometimes we need some other documents, and it takes a bit more. But that's no problem. Like you can just be conditionally accepted and apply for the housing service, apply for the scholarship. That's no problem.
Yes, thank you. We're going to go with another Christian question. He's asking, ¿el trámite de la visa lo hacen ustedes?
Yeah. So the student will send only the documents to us, and then we do the visa process. So we applied for your visa because we are in contact with the immigration of the Netherlands, and we can speed up the process, and we are working closely together with the migration, with the embassies. So we take care of all that.
Okay. Then we're going to go with Camilo, and he's saying, I'm a business administration professional. I would like to know which official master's degree programs in business administration are offered by this university.
Yeah. Well, we have a master's in business administration, so that that can be very interesting for you. On the website, you can find all the information. It's a master called business administration, but it has different specializations. So you can specialize in consulting, in management, in HR. So it's really to specialize yourself in business administration.
Well, then we have David. Su pregunta es, Es cierto que lingüísticamente el neerlandés se facilita para quienes tenemos un nivel medio de alemán. No sé si de pronto tú sepas sobre ese tema como ya más puntual.
Yes, it's like Portuguese and Spanish. So what I've seen, I'm also a Dutch teacher. So when a Colombian speaks German and English, it's quite easy to learn Dutch. Or a German can easily learn Dutch, like a Colombian can quite easily learn Portuguese from Brazil. So yeah, it is a Germanic language and very similar to German, but it's not German. It's Dutch. Like Portuguese is not Spanish.
Thank you. We're gonna go with Camilo. And the question is, what level of English is required for university entrance? Upper intermediate B2 or advanced C1?
Yeah. So we don't talk about B2 C1. We have the IELTS and the TOEFL. And IELTS is 6.5, the minimum score, and TOEFL is 92. So that is like a bit higher than B2, almost like C1 level.
Then we have Juliana. Ella nos pregunta si podrías compartir esta presentación con ellos o tal vez en caso de que no se pueda, alguna pieza con la información que nos mostraste el día de hoy.
I think you always share the YouTube link, right?
Ya,
I can send you the PowerPoint and then you can also maybe forward it. I don't know how you do that. Yeah, of course.
listo. Para responder a Juliana, sí lo podemos enviar. Entonces, próximamente, cuando ya esté este video editado, enviaremos al correo la presentación y la grabación de la sesión. Vamos con Alexander. Hola, ¿puede ampliar la información sobre la duración de las maestrías? No entendí si son de 1 año o 2 años o depende del tipo de maestría.
Yeah, dependent. It depends the master. So we have masters that take 1 year and some take 2 years. Most of them take 1 year, but some take 2 years. It depends. And then we also have research masters. They always take 2 years, and those are to prepare. Those are to prepare you for a PhD.
Then we have Alejandra. Bueno, la pregunta de Alejandra es más sobre el proceso de Colfuturo. Entonces, si otra persona no conoce de pronto cuál es el beneficio que brindamos desde Colfuturo, los invitaría a que este 9 de septiembre, este viernes, no, perdón, el sábado, vamos a hacer una charla virtual en nuestra plataforma de la página web para que ustedes, si están interesados, ingresen a las 9:30 de la mañana y les explicarán a detalle cómo funciona el proceso de financiación de Colfuturo. Y lo que sí me gustaría refrescarles, que lo mencioné al inicio, es que nosotros solo hacemos una convocatoria al año. La próxima abre el 9 de enero del 2024 y cierra el 29 de febrero. Así que si ustedes quieren, como lo decía, acceder al beneficio que tenemos con esta universidad, que es del 30%, ustedes pueden postularse de enero 9 a febrero 29 a nuestro sistema de financiación con el programa de la universidad y si lo seleccionamos, se pueden ganar este 30% de descuento más el sistema de financiación de Colfuturo. Entonces, si quieren más información, recuerden el sábado, perdón, 9 de septiembre a las 9:30 de la mañana por la página de Colfuturo. Listo. Permíteme ahora reviso las de redes sociales, que acá sí vi bastantes.
Vale.
Tenemos una que ya lo mencionabas, pero solo para rectificar, quieren saber si el examen de Duolingo podría llegar a ser válido para el idioma.
No.
La siguiente que tengo es para caso de doctorados. Entonces sé que no hablaste mucho de eso, pero acá la persona quiere saber cómo es el sistema para contactar a un supervisor o cómo se hace ese proceso para hacer un doctorado en Países Bajos en general.
Yeah, so it's a little bit different from other countries. So in the Netherlands, PhD is a trajectory, and there are two ways to do a PhD. One way is to apply because we have vacancies. So that means you go to the website working@.u.nl, and there you can find all the PhD vacancies you can apply. And if you get the job, you get your salary. yeah, you get housing, you get everything, all the services. And then you have a job for 4 years. The other way to go is with a supervisor. So you need to write a proposal, you need to find a supervisor, and you also need to find your funding. So that is how we call external PhD. And therefore, we also have the agreement with you. If you want to do an external PhD and you need funding, you can also apply to Futuro, and then you will get 2 years of funding. And then we have to see how we can organize the other 2 years. But that's how it works here, like very briefly explained.
Thank you. Then we have another question. They are asking if they have to present like an interview to get admitted, like in which cases there is an interview as a requirement for admission.
Yeah. Sometimes, not for all programs, just a small percentage of the program. So some, for example, we have a master in global health, and then we do interviews. There is a bachelor program called PPE, politics, I forgot, well, PPE, and then we also do interviews, but it's out of the 170 programs, maybe just for like 5 programs we interview. And for the rest, just a motivation letter is more than enough.
Then we have Camilo's questions here in the Zoom meeting, and he's asking about the discount with Colfuturo. It applies for masters and PhD or just for masters?
Well, for both, because if you are going to do a PhD, you also have to pay tuition, and then you get the discount on the tuition as well.
Okay, then we have from social media the question about family. If I want to travel with my husband, with my kids, can I do it? Do you offer any help?
Yeah, then I have to connect you to my colleagues, and they can advise and help for that. But it happens sometimes that people bring their family, so it's possible, yes.
And the last question that I have is regarding the letter of recommendation. They want to know if you can give us like a piece of advice of this document.
Yeah. So not for all programs, but sometimes we ask for 2 letters of recommendation. It can be, for example, 1 letter from a professor you used to study and work with and for the bachelor's, and the other one can be a letter from your maybe manager or ex-manager from a previous job, where they recommend you. There are examples, I think, even on our website, but yeah, you can find examples. It's not so complicated. It's more, to get recommendations.
And then we have the last question. Acabo de entrar en este momento. Esta está en español y la persona dice de pronto que de toda la información que dijiste desde tu experiencia, ¿cuáles serían de pronto las cosas que se pueden hacer para garantizar que sí sean admitidos?
Well, the most important one is the relevant bachelor diploma. So that is the most important one, because what I explained, if you want to apply for psychology and your bachelor is in economics, you won't be accepted. So that's something you need to be aware of. If you want to make a career switch, that's possible, of course, but then you need to start with the bachelor's. So that's the most important one. And besides that, I always say that the application process is not difficult. It's not rocket science. It's just quite some work. So it's just preparing your documents and working on the letter. And therefore, I recommend you to start now. You need 1 year to prepare yourself. This is not something you can decide overnight and then you apply and then in a month you are traveling to the Netherlands. That's impossible. So you need 1 year to prep yourself and to get everything done and organized. And then next year, let's say 15th of August, you can travel to Amsterdam, and there will be introduction week, and Then it will all start the new chapter of your life. So yeah, that's basically most important. And then one thing I wanted to mention, I did this presentation several times and also a couple of times in Spanish. So if you want to listen to it in Spanish, you can also go to the YouTube channel of Code Futuro and look me up and listen to it in Spanish if that's something you like.
Bueno, con esto creo que ya vamos a concluir. No tenemos más preguntas, sin embargo, creo que nos compartiste tu correo de contacto, así que si más adelante alguno de los participantes tiene preguntas, ya tiene el contacto para que les puedan ayudar con esas dudas que surjan. Y agradecerte de nuevo, Silvia, por estar aquí, por la presentación, por responder todas las inquietudes que tuvimos. Y simplemente para recordarles a todos los que asisten a esta sesión, recuerden que el beneficio es un 30% de descuento en el valor de la matrícula, como ya lo hemos mencionado. Y pues en este caso, el puente para acceder es por medio del crédito beca de Colfuturo. Así que con eso dicho, muchas gracias a todos por participar y les deseamos un excelente día a todos.
Muchas gracias, Lady, y a ustedes. Y espero que nos veamos en un año aquí en Amsterdam y que estén muy bien, que tengan un buen día.
Muchas gracias, Silvia.